TDD, ATDD, BDD comparison. Okay, so let me try to compare the three: test-driven, behavior-driven techniques, and acceptance test-driven. If you try to Google the difference between the three, you would find people say there's no difference and others say that there's a minor difference. So here's how we think about it. First, all of them share the concept of writing tests before we code. TDD concentrates more on the developer. The developer writes unit tests to make sure his code works. In other words, in TDD, we test how the developer interprets what the software is supposed to do. ATDD was introduced to involve the customers from the beginning by including them when we define the user stories and acceptance criteria, which would be used to write unit tests, again, by the developer, as in the TDD case. BDD was introduced to make it easier for the customer to understand what the developers and testers are talking about when they talk about the acceptance criteria. BDD introduced a language to define the expected behavior of the system in plain English so that everyone can understand. Also, the system in BDD is built behavior by behavior until we have a solid solution. This language can generate code that the developer can use to add to it as in TDD. Now, let's assume that the customer wants to have an ordered sorted list of his employees, and the developer decided to use quicksort as a technique for sorting the employees. In TDD and maybe ATDD, we will care about making sure the quicksort technique is working correctly. In BDD, the test will care more about the end result of the program execution, that the employees were sorted. No matter what technique was used, that is a big difference. As in the TDD case, for any reason, we decided to change the sorting techniques from quicksort to bubble sort, then all our already written unit tests for quicksort will not work after we switch to bubble sort, and the program will fail unit testing. Unlike the BDD case, where we care more for the behavior, and if the behavior is to have a sorted list, then it will pass no matter what technique we use for sorting. I hope this makes more sense now.